gonna say hello, and then I'm gonna say, actually, regulate. Actually, it is regulate and shine, beautiful souls, of course, right off the bat. Um, my topic for today is teaching how to protect yourself during spiritual warfare, and that's level 1 and 2. And you know, at first I wasn't going to go on here on live, but God is telling me to talk about it. And I was recording it, but it didn't go through, but that's okay. So just refocus on what's in right in front of me. So first I want to say understanding what is spiritual warfare. Okay, spiritual warfare is invisible. First of all, you cannot see it. You can only feel it, and so it's basically devils and Satan's, like, his, man, it's the entities that are in people that make them act a certain way or react a certain way, or I know I have definitely experienced it on many levels. This is just what I'm talking about right now. It's just the first and the second level. um Okay, so these are tools that's what I want to come on here and talk about and protect yourself during spiritual warfare. If anyone has spiritual warfare, and I know definitely personally I have dealt or continuing to deal with spiritual warfare and getting attacked by, I call them either dominions or devils. Yeah, they're his, not just, it's because they run through people. Okay, so it's like, it's not the person, it's the entity that's in them. Okay, and like I was saying, um the tools that I use to help me dealing with spiritual warfare, okay, is reading the Bible and certain scriptures that actually help me. As a matter of fact, God, just having the Most High in my life has helped me get through spiritual warfare. Ephesians 6:10 through 18, putting the whole armor of God on. Okay, and then reading Psalms 91 fully all the way through on a regular basis helps me get through spiritual warfare. Also, by me burning sage, cilantro, plato, I think that's what's called, plato, um, and saying a prayer, casting out all evil spirits from the beyond and on. You know, you have to say those words. Me speaking in tongues, talking to the Most High, and only God understands and know what you're talking about while you talk to Him in a different language. That has helped me so much. Um, because, okay, God, no evil shall befall me. Yes, no death. Okay, so I was going over my notes because, like I was saying before, didn't plan on going on live, but it's okay. Um, it's good to get it out because I know I have been, in a way, procrastinating, but I like to do things a certain way. Okay, and I know sometimes I can be a little bit on the, want to have everything in order, um, but I know sometimes you don't have things in order and you just it's good to just get things out, especially me dealing with spiritual warfare and how to maintain a life and continuing to have spiritual warfare attack you on the regular basis. It's not been easy, but like I said, by me praying, my burning my sage and saying the evil spirits um, get out of my apartment, get out of my space, because like I said before, the evil spirit works through people, and that can be your closest family, friend, lover. They work through people, like the spirits work through people. um, Psalms 92:1 helps. It's good to give thanks and sing praises to God. Loving kindness day and night. Psalms 59 verse 1, that helps me as well. Deliver me from my enemies, O God, and defend me from them that rise up against me. Most definitely. I say that all the time. Um, I definitely call upon my archangels and ancestors is for help as well. Uh, my ancestors that have come before me, and I ask them for help as well. I light an incense. An incense helps me as well. Like some of these tools might not help you, but this is what helped me get through it. So I just wanted to talk about that because it's important that people know and people are aware of spiritual warfare and what it can and how and what to do when you are going through the process. Um, Definitely want to say there are different levels of spiritual warfare. And like I said before, this is what I'm talking about, level 1 and 2. There are different ones because, like I said, it works through people. So, um, and the spiritual attacks, there are different levels. So, um, basically, I do want to name a few of the symptoms that I have had during spiritual warfare, so that way you can kind of get a better understanding if you don't understand what I'm talking about. Uh, to name a few, my chest was hurting. It felt like I was feeling like I was having a heart attack or a stroke or something in my chest, and my heart was like really, really intense. That's an example of a panic attack or a heart attack. Um, and it's also spiritual warfare. Uh, but I also noticed it could have been like, well, yeah, it is spiritual warfare. Overall, it is spiritual warfare. Whether you're dealing with a witch or warlock or some type of entity that's around that's very intense, and it can make you feel like you're having fear or doubt in your brain, like fogginess, um, confusion. That's a sign of an evil spirit attacking you. Um, Even though you might feel like you're having a headache, it could also they can also be in your head. I have experienced it. It felt like my head was really strong in certain parts. I was not having a headache. I can feel pressure intense in certain parts of my body. Also, I used to get bruises on my body and wake up to bruises on my body, and that let me know. Well, I had to look it up, of course. Signs of spiritual warfare on a different level. That's on a whole nother level. But 1 and 2, I'm gonna focus on that. Um, Having overthinking, yeah, about my doubt in my mind, fear in my mind, and should have no fear. God did not give us the spirit of fear. Um, uh, Draining, that was another thing. Draining your not just your energy, but draining who you are. Feel like you're about to, like, I have felt a couple of times where I'm not tired, but the energy around, and that lets me know that was the devil playing tricks. And the fact that they were draining my energy or draining just me. So that's another sign of spiritual warfare, when you feel like you're all of a sudden you just drained. You feel like, oh, I just want to lay down, time to sleep, knowing dang well you was just like hyper and happy, and then you just feel like, no, something's not right. That just lets you know right there. That is a spirit trying to attack to you. Um, and so the best thing for you to do is for you to pray and ask, command that demon to get off of you first of all, and then say, which I have said, demon, get off of me, get away from me. I ask God to, I ask actually just pray to Him, pray to the Most High, and my archangels and ancestors for help and guidance on this entity that's trying to get a hold of me right now. And um, it's just it's whew. Okay, I'm gonna whoa, all right. It's just different types of entities and evil spirits, groups and organizations, whether they're witches, warlocks, snakes, roaches, gnats. Uh, they're all kinds, different kinds of entities, different spirits, evil spirits, and they just they try to take over, knowing, which I believe in the Most High, and my archangels and ancestors are always with me, and they're just, I know that I can get through it, and it wasn't easy, but actually this book right here, and someone has gave me this book, and spiritual warfare, and it actually had helped me. That was another tool that had helped me get through spiritual warfare, and I am truly grateful for it. It's by Joseph Prince. You can look into that if you would like to get more information about spiritual warfare and what it can do and how you can protect yourself, and just knowing that I know for a fact that God has saved me. He has saved me from so much, and for me to deal with spiritual warfare, which I never in my entire life that I've been living on this earth have ever dealt with spiritual warfare. So for me to talk about it and live through it, and can spread the awareness to other people about how to protect yourself during spiritual warfare, is a blessing for me. It's a blessing to spread it out and to let people know, hey, this is real. It can actually happen, you know. And the devil, I swear, he has so many different tactics and different things just as much as um, God does. But God is God has saved me. He has saved me through destruction and oppression, depression, encouragement, sickness, even sickness. Isaiah 54:14. Like, it's all about what you feed your mind and what you do as well. So I also have to be cautious of how I speak and what comes out of my mouth, because I have said plenty of times words are very powerful, and whether you're speaking good or bad, it has a cause and effect to everything. So for me to even come on here and talk about it is very, very good for me. It took me a minute to even come on here, but it's okay. I have to shake that off, shake my nervousness off, which actually I have no reason to be nervous, but it's still like me coming on here, period, and just interacting with, if some people was on here or not, you know. It's just the fact that me coming on here and talking about it. And like I was saying, be conscious of your mind, don't allow the evilness to take over your state of mind. Um, Whether it's your mind, your body, or your soul, you know. And dealing with spiritual warfare on many, many levels is it's a wake up call for me. Um, I didn't know nothing about spiritual warfare, like I was saying, and now I know there are so many different, like, levels through devils, you know. And I had said that before. You seem like the more you want to do good, not even that, just that's on a whole nother subject. Let me pay attention to what I'm saying here. But yes, that's basically what I wanted to talk about, was the fact that, and I know I gotta keep more eye contact. I gotta practice on that. But yes, spiritual warfare and how to protect yourself during spiritual warfare if anyone does get attacked. Um, but yeah, evil spirits actually come, like, they come all the time. Well, not really all the time. I want to say, like, if you have doubt, or if you have fear, if you have depression, or if you have oppression or discouraged or even sickness, just know that God is always with you, and things will get better. And um, things will get better, and things have gotten better for me anyway, because like I said, I've been dealing with it ever since I've been reading about it, and actually since the evil spirits have been attacking me for a while now, like, I want to say about 2 years, 3 years. And for me to get the education that I need in order for me to protect myself, um, it took me a year to read this book. Well, not really read it, but just go through it, slim through it, and uh, slim through it and read it entirely. And what's the words I'm looking for? Notice, read it, and then slim through it. I say slim through it already. Okay, so read it, slim through it, and just looking at the techniques as well, and what did that person had to go through, because obviously they had to go through as well, and putting helping them get through what they had to go through in order for them to even type up the book, right? So I'm by me reading the book and slamming through it, and just um the words, the words, the words, the words, the words, the words, you know, they're gonna come, they're gonna come. But yes, just knowing that, and by saying a prayer and talking to God, and just not God and our archangels and angels. I've been saying that though, but it's so true. Just doing the things that I need to do and keeping my head clear and not having that fear and that doubt slip up behind you, you know? Um, just basically, yeah, because by me doing that, that helped out a lot too. Me not overthinking, me not being afraid to speak, not me, you know, that's all fear, and that's all the devil's tactics and his minions and his tricks and his all the things. Yeah, all of those things. Just putting that fear in you, and you should have no fear to speak, especially if you see. Well, I know that what I say is true because man, um, it's true. It is. It happens to everyone, and it's not just going to happen to me. It's going to happen to a lot of other people. And for like I had said before, I know I'm going back, but I'm also going forward because I'm getting my words together. What? Don't don't know why you get got beef with the devil when God's got, when it's God that gave you that nose. Really? That's not nice to say, but I'm going to you know, that's another thing. The enemy can attack me in so many other ways as well. So I have to shake that off and continue on what I was saying. Um, wow. I am, anyway, not going to feed into, and that's another thing, feeding into what the devil wants you to do. He wants to distract you from what your purpose is and what your mission is on what I'm talking about. And what I'm talking about is very important, not just for me, but for the world, or people that actually watch my page and are aware of certain things that happen, not just in the world, but beyond the world, of what you believe in. Um, yeah. And on that note, I will continue to talk about spiritual warfare because it's important to talk about spiritual warfare and how to deal with it if you come across it as well. But as I was saying, uh, prayer. That was another thing on here as well. So this book right here is very, very good to have. And also, I will say before I get off of here that um, prayer and believe in the Most High and continue to move forward with confidence and knowing that God will always be there for you in the time of trouble, and continue to praise, which I do, continue to be strong, and continue to pray. I pray and I do the things that I need to do to protect myself from spiritual warfare, and I pray that uh, certain people, when they do deal with spiritual warfare, they can look at my page and be like, oh yeah, I remember she was talking about how to protect yourself during spiritual warfare, because it does happen. And um, it happens to everyone in different ways, and it's good for, yeah. And that's what I wanted to say, to spread awareness. So um, yeah, so we'll um, so that's, yeah, so that's what I'll just leave it off at there, is that the tools that you can use dealing with protect yourself during spiritual warfare. And I pray that everyone have a great day, and peace and love. Asha.